Good morning, class. Good morning. How's your test preparation going on? Good morning, class. How's your test preparation going on? Okay. Now in tomorrow's exam, 25 questions are coming in which 20 are take the correct. 4 option will be given and you have to select one option. And remaining five questions. Remaining 5 questions are integer type questions. Numerical based question, integer type questions. Okay. So you in that I have given the instructions that report the answer with 2 decimal point, 2 decimal place, with 1 decimal place. So according to that instruction, please report the answer. Please report the answer. And you just have to write down the numerical value. No need to write down the unit. No need to write down the unit. If let us say energy you got is 100, just write down 100. No need to write down 100 electron volt. Numerical value only you need to insert. Is this clear? Dear, I think negative marking is there of -1. Paper is from easy to moderate only. Easy to moderate only. Regarding this, I have no idea. If every time negative is not there, regarding this, I have no idea. But according to me, I think negative is there. Correct of 4 marks, incorrect -1 marks. Any doubt in last class? In last class, we were doing concentration terms. Any doubt in that? We were doing concentration terms. So we have done 3 concentration terms, that is percent weight by volume, percent volume by volume, percent weight by weight. Fourth we have done is mole fraction. Mole fraction definition we have written. Okay. Now what is mole fraction? It is moles of substance divided by total moles. And it is represented by this symbol that is known as chi. It is X symbol that is known as chi. Okay. How will you write down the mole fraction? If solution is made up of 2 components, A and B. If you have to find out mole fraction of solution A, so how will you find out? Correct. Moles of A divided by total moles, that is Na plus Nb. And what is Xb? Xb is moles of B plus Na plus Nb. There is other way also to calculate Xb, that is Xb is equals to It is a fraction, so it will be unitless, and total fraction will be equal to 1. So xb is equals to 1 minus xa. So this is what we have discussed in mole fraction. Any doubt in these four concentration terms? Any doubt in these four concentration terms? Okay. So I'm giving you a question. Try to do this question on your own. I'm giving you the question. Try to do this question on your own. Question is 30 gram of urea. What is molecular formula of urea? What is molecular formula of urea? What is formula of urea? Correct. Urea is NH2CONH2. NH2CONH2. 30 gram of urea is dissolved in 45 gram of water. Calculate A part percent volume by volume, B part mole fraction of urea, C part mole fraction of water. Copy this question and try to do this on your own. I'm giving you 2-minute time. Try to do this on your own. After that, if you didn't get the answer, then I'll proceed. Copy this. If this is done, let me know. Good, Sharath. Good. What about others? Try to give the answer for all three parts. Good, Lakshmi. If this is done, can I move to next slide? Good, Akshita. Good, Shomik. First, tell me in this what is solute and what is solvent. 30 gram of urea is dissolved in 45 gram of water. What is solute and what is solvent? Correct. Urea is solute and water is solvent. Good, good, Shobhit, good. So we have to find out percent weight by weight, that is equals to weight of solute. Solute is urea, weight of urea divided by weight of solution, divided by weight of solution into 100. Now weight of urea is given as correct. Weight of urea is 30 grams. And weight of water is 45 grams. So what is weight of solution? What is weight of solution? 30 plus 45. So that is equals to 75 grams. So percent weight by weight is equals to 30 divided by 75 into 100. On solving this, what will you get? Good, Lahari, good. On solving this, you will get 40%. Now B part is mole fraction of urea. How will you calculate mole fraction of urea? Mole fraction of urea is equals to moles of urea divided by moles of urea plus moles of H2O. What are moles of urea? Moles of urea will be weight, that is 30 divided by 60, which is equals to 1 by 2. What is moles of water? What is moles of water? 45 divided by 18, that is equals to 5 by 2. So this is equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. So this is equals to 1 by 6. So moles of urea is 1 by 6. So what is mole fraction of water? What will be mole fraction of water? 1 minus 1 by 6, or other formula also you can apply. Moles of water is 5 by 2. Total moles is 6 by 2. That also you can use. So mole fraction of water is 5 by 6. Copy this. When you are done, let me know. Copy this. When you are done with this, let me know. Everyone has done this. Can I move to next slide? If everyone has completed this, can I move to next slide? I hope everyone has done this. Now next question, also try to do it on your own. Let's see who will give the correct answer. Next question is, an aqueous solution an aqueous solution (28% weight by weight of KOH having density 1.25 gram per ml, having density 1.25 gram per ml. Calculate first part mole fraction of KOH, second part percent weight by volume. Try to do this on your own and tell me the answer. I'm giving you 2-minute time. Try to do this. Let's see how many of you are able to do this. After this, we'll start with the next question. After this, we'll start with next concentration terms. Yes, everyone got the answer? Anyone got the answer? No. Answer is incorrect, Shobit. Srinidhi, first is correct, second is incorrect. First one is correct, second one is incorrect. What about others? Correct. Now it is correct. Vaishnavi, first one is correct. Good, Srinidhi. Good. What about others? What do you mean by 28% weight by weight of KOH? What do you mean by this statement? 28% weight by weight of KOH. What do you mean by this statement? First, tell me this thing. Correct. It means 28 grams of KOH is present in 100 gram of solution. Yes or no? So what is weight of KOH? And what is weight of water? Weight of KOH is 28 grams. What is weight of water? What is weight of water? Solution is 100. In 128 is KOH. So remaining will be water. That is 100 minus 28, which is equals to 72 grams. Now if weight is given, can you find out moles? What will be moles of KOH? Weight is 28, atomic weight is, potassium is 39, hydrogen is 1. So 40 plus 16, 56. So moles of KOH is half. What is moles of water? What are moles of water? 72 by 18, which is equals to 4. So how will you calculate mole fraction? How will you calculate mole fraction? Moles of KOH divided by moles of H2O plus moles of KOH. So mole fraction of KOH is equals to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 4. So this is equals to 1 by 2 into 8 plus 1, 9. So 2 by 9. So mole fraction is 1 by 9. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in calculation of mole fraction? You just have to find out from 28% how many weight of KOH is there and how many weight of H2 is there. If you know the weight, you can find out the mole fraction. Now, second, you have to find out percent weight by volume. What do you mean by percent weight by volume? What do you mean by percent weight by volume? Weight of KOH divided by volume of KOH, volume of solution into 100. What is weight of KOH? What is weight of KOH? Weight of KOH is 28. What is volume of solution? You know weight of solution is 100 gram. Density of solution is 1.25 gram per ml. So what will be volume of solution? Density and weight you know. What will be the volume of solution? Tell me. Volume is equals to density is equals to mass by volume. So how will you find out volume? Volume is equals to mass divided by 1.25. So on solving this, what will you get? That is equals to 80 ml. So 80 into 100. So what is percentage volume by volume? That is 35%. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? If this is done, let me know so that I can move to next slide. Done. Can I move to next slide? Now we have done 4 concentration term. Now 5th concentration term. Among this, most important is molality, molarity, and normality. That now we will discuss. Okay. So 5th concentration term is molality. Molality is represented by symbol small m. Now what is molality? It is the number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. Formula of molality is number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent. Remember, this is the only concentration term in which denominator is solvent, not solution. So this is in kilogram. If solvent is in grams, then formula that you use is molality equals to number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent. If weight of solvent is in grams, multiply by 1000. And generally, solvent is given in grams only. So second formula we use generally. And what will be its units? What will be its unit? Unit of moles is mole. And weight of solvent is kg. So unit is moles kg inverse. Or it is also known as molal. Or it is also known as molal. Okay. Now if it is written as 2 molal NaOH solution, what do you mean by this? 2 molar NaOH solution, what do you mean by this? 2 moles of NaOH is present in 2 moles of NaOH in 1 kg of water. 1 kg of water. Now, can you tell me what is weight of NaOH in this? What will be weight of water and what is weight of solution? NaOH is 2 moles. So weight of 2 moles is 2 into its GMM. 23 plus 1, 24, 24 plus 16, that is 40. So 2 into 40, that is 80 grams. So weight of NaOH is 80 grams. What is weight of water? What is weight of water? Correct. Weight of water is 1000 grams. And what is weight of solution? Add solute plus solvent. Clear? So 2 molar means 2 moles are there in 1 kg. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is you have to put the weight of solvent. If this is done, let me know. Is this done? Can I move to next slide? I'm giving you 1 minute time. Quickly copy this. Yes, class, can I proceed to next slide? Everyone has finished writing this or you are still writing? Okay. Now next question try to do. Question is 98 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in 500 gram of solution. What is molality? What is its molality? Yes, how will you do this? No. You have made one mistake, Lahari. Everyone is making that mistake. No. What is molality formula? First, tell me this thing. What is molality formula? Please reconsider your answer. Answer everyone is giving is incorrect. You are putting wrong values in formula. Good, Ayan. Correct. What is molality formula? Number of moles of solute. In this case, what is solute? In this case, what is solute? Solute is H2SO4 divided by weight of solvent. Divided by weight of solvent. And what is solvent in this case? Solvent is water. H2SO4 is dissolved in aqueous solution. It is in grams, so multiply by 1000. What are moles of H2SO4? 98 divided by 98. So what is moles of H2SO4? Moles of H2SO4 is 98 divided by 98. Good, Larry. Now it is correct. And what is weight of water? And what is weight of water? Correct. Weight of water is not 500. 500 is weight of solution. So what will be weight of water? That is weight of solution minus weight of H2SO4. That is 500 gram minus 98, which is equals to 402. This is in grams. That's why we are multiplying by 1000. So what is molality? 1 into 1000 by 402. So you will get approximately 2.49 mole. It is also represented as M. Now copy this. Next answer I want from your side. Is this done? Can I move to next slide? I hope everyone has done this. Can I give you next question if this is done? Okay. Now next question, I want correct answer from everyone. I want correct answer from everyone. Question is 28% weight by weight of aqueous KOH. Calculate molality. How will you do this? Weight by weight is given, you have to calculate molality. What do you mean by 28% weight by weight of KOH? What do you mean by this statement? Good. Good, Srinidhi. Correct answer. What about others? One student has done it correctly. Good, Shobhit. 28% weight by weight of KOH. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this statement? Good, Ayan. What do you mean by this statement? That is no Faisal, no Praful. That is 28 gram of, no Akshita. That is 28 gram of KOH is present in 100 gram of solution. 28 gram of KOH in 100 gram of solution. So weight of KOH is given. That is 28. What is weight of water? What is weight of water? 100 minus 28, that is 72 grams. And what is molality definition? Molality is number of moles of KOH divided by weight of water. If weight of water is in gram, multiply by 1000. What is moles of KOH? (28) divided by 56, that is equals to half or 0.5. Half, that is 0.5. So what will be molality? Moles is 0.5 divided by 72 into 1000. On solving this, what will you get? That molality is around 6.94. 6.94. With this, molality is over. Next is molarity. This is molality. Next is molarity. If this is done, can I proceed to next slide? Everyone is able to do these kind of questions. Everyone is able to do these kind of questions. Yes, class. Can I move to next slide if this is done? Students speak up if this is done. Can I move to next slide? Okay. Now next concentration term, that is sixth, is molarity. Molarity, it is represented by a symbol of capital M. It is represented by a symbol of capital M. And what is molarity? It is defined as the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. 1 liter of solution. So what is molarity? Molarity is moles of solute divided by volume of solution. Now tell me, it will depend on temperature or it will be temperature independent? It will depend on temperature or temperature independent. And tell me the reason why. Volume. Correct. It will depend on temperature. Can you tell me the reason why it depend on temperature? Volume of solution in liter. Because it contains volume term. Those which contain volume term will depend on temperature. What about molality? What about molality? Molality do not contain volume term, so it will be temperature independent. So remember yesterday we have made one table. In that we have classified temperature dependent, temperature independent. So now these terms are clear. So now I hope these terms are clear. Volume of solution in liter. So molarity is equals to number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in ml into 100. Generally the formula that we use is second formula. This formula is generally that we use because volume of solution is given in ml only. Now what will be the units of molality? What will be its unit? Unit is moles per liter or molar, represented by capital M, or molar. That is molal, this is molar. What do you mean by 2 molar NaOH solution? What do you mean by this statement? 2 molar NaOH solution. Correct. 2 molar NaOH solution means 2 moles of NaOH. 2 moles of NaOH in 1 liter of solution. If I ask you, or 1000 ml of solution, if I ask you what is weight of NaOH, can you find? It will be 2 into 40, that is 80 grams. If I'll say what is volume of H2O and volume of, sorry, what is volume of H2O or what is weight of H2O or weight of solution, can you find? No. You can only have the idea regarding volume and weight of NaOH, nothing else. Clear? Copy this. If this is done, let me know. Yes, if density is given, then you can find out. Yes, class done. Can I move to next slide? I hope everyone has done this. Now I'll give you one question. Try to do that. So question is 4.9 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in 200 ml of solution. 200 ml of solution. Calculate molarity of solution. Calculate molarity of the solution. Yes, class. How will you do this? Good, Sharad. Good, Ayan. What about others? So simple, straight away question. Weight of H2SO4 is given as 4.9 gram. Good, Shobit. Good, Akshita. Weight of H2SO4 is given that is 4.9 grams. Volume of solution is given that is 200 ml. You have to calculate molarity, and what is molarity formula? Moles of H2SO4 divided by volume of solution in liter into, sorry, in milliliter. So multiply by 1000. So what are moles of H2SO4? What are moles of H2SO4? 4.9 divided by 98. That is equals to 1 by 20. So 1 by 20 into 200 ml into 1000. So this will be equal to 1 by 4, that is 0.25 molal. That is 0.25 molal. Copy this. If this is done, let me know. Now next question. If this is done, let me know. Now next question. Done? Done? Write down the next question. The molality of urea solution is 1.2 molal. The density of solution is 1.25 gram per ml. Calculate molarity. Calculate molarity. How will you do this? How will you do this? What do you mean by molality? Molality is given as 1.2 molal. What do you mean by this? Yes, class. What do you mean by this statement? Molality is 1.2 molal. 1.2 moles of urea in? Correct. This means 1.2 moles of urea is present in 1000 gram of, again same mistake you are making, it is not solution, it will be in 1000 gram of 1 kg or 1000 gram of water. And what is molarity definition? What is molarity? Moles of urea divided by volume of solution in ml, so multiply by 1000. So you know moles of urea. What are moles of urea? Good, Ayan, very good. What are moles of urea? Moles of urea is 1.2. So what you need to find out? You need to find out volume of solution. Density is given. How will you calculate volume if density is given? Volume of solution is equals to? Good, Vaishnavi. Correct. It will be mass of solution divided by density. Mass of solution divided by density. And how will you calculate mass of solution? What is mass of solution? Majority student, what mistake they will make? They will put 1000 only. water plus weight of urea. What is weight of urea? Moles multiply by its atomic weight. That is 100 plus 72. So weight is 1072 grams. So what will be volume? What will be volume? Volume is 1072 divided by 1.52. 1.25. 1.25. So what will be the volume that you will get? 857. 1.25. 1072 divided by 1.25. This is 857.6. So what will be molality? So what is molarity? 1.2 divided by 875.6 into 1000. On solving this, you will get it is approximately 1.4 molar. Copy this. When you are done with this, let me know. Now, next concentration term is normality. Next concentration term is normality. Yes, class, is this done? Can I proceed further? Now, before normality, we'll first discuss what is n factor. I hope everyone has finished this. Yes, class, can I move to next slide? Okay. So seventh concentration term is normality. And before discussing normality, first we'll discuss n factor. So n factor first we'll discuss in case of acid. In acid, n factor is number of H plus it can donate. HCl. HCl can donate how many H plus? It has only one H plus, so it will donate only one. So it can be written as H plus plus Cl minus. Can I write it like this? Any confusion in this? H plus Cl minus. So what is n factor of HCl? What will be its n factor? N factor is 1. So for HCl, n factor is 1. H2SO4 has how many H plus? H2SO4 has how many H plus? It has 2 H plus, so n factor will be correct. N factor is 2. Now how will you split it? How will you write down H2SO4 on decomposition will give? H will be plus and sulfur will be 2 minus, so it will be H plus SO4 2 minus. And how many H plus, how many hydrogens are there? Hydrogens are 2, so it will be 2H plus. So as you can see, it will give 2H plus, so N factor is 2. Or in H2SO4, 2 hydrogen is present, so N factor is 2. Is this reaction clear how H2SO4 is written as 2H plus SO4 2 minus? Okay. HNO3. H2CO3. Try to write down their reaction and try to find out their N factor. H2CO3. HClO4. Good, Karan. So in HNO3, it will be H plus, NO3 minus. And what will be N factor? And what will be its N factor? N factor is 1. H2CO3, what will be its N factor? It has 2 hydrogens, so N factor will be 2. So N factor will be 2. It is 2H plus CO3 2 minus. HClO4, what is N factor of HClO4? Correct. HClO4 N factor is 1. 1H plus ClO4 minus N factor is 1. Now in acid there is one exception. In one acid there is exception. So I hope acid is clear. How to calculate N factor? It is number of H plus it can donate. Now there is one exception in case of acid. Is this done? Can I move to next slide? If this is done, can I move to next slide? Okay. Now exception is phosphoric acid. H3PO4, H3PO2, sorry, H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO2. Now these are the 3 acids. These are 3 acid. By looking at these acid, you will feel that N factor should be equal to 3 because it contains 3 hydrogen. But there is exception and only exceptions are these acids. If I'll draw the structure of H3PO4 is like this. H3PO3 structure is like this. OH, OH, H. You have to learn. Basically, these 3 examples you have to learn. The hydrogen attached to oxygen that is known as acidic hydrogen. And that will only donate. And it will be only donated. If hydrogen is connected to element that is known as reducing hydrogen, it will not donate. Hydrogen attached to element is reducing hydrogen. will not donate. So what is N factor of H3PO3? How many hydrogens are attached to oxygen? How many hydrogens are attached to oxygen? 1, 2, 3. 3 hydrogens are attached to oxygen. So what is N factor of H3PO4? So what is N factor of H3PO4? N factor is 3. N factor is 3. Now tell me in H3PO3. In H3PO3, how many hydrogens are connected to oxygen? Only 2 hydrogens are connected to oxygen. So N factor will be 2. So N factor is 2. In H3PO2, how many hydrogen is connected to oxygen? How many hydrogen is connected to oxygen? That is 1. So N factor is equals to 1. So N factor is equals to 1. So in acid, basically N factor is number of H plus it can donate, but H3PO4, H3PO3 and H3PO2 is exception. You can learn them by learning their structures, or directly you can learn. H3PO4 N factor is 3, H3PO3 N factor is 2, H3PO2 N factor is 1. As oxygen atom is decreasing, N factor is also decreasing. Okay. If this is done, let me know. Now we have to see how to calculate N factor of base and salts. How to calculate N factor of base and salts. Can I move to next slide if this is done? Can I move to next slide if this is done? Done class. Can I move to next slide? Please reply. Now next is N factor of base. So how to calculate N factor of base? So first is for acid, next is for base. Second is base. So for bases, it will be equal to number of OH minus it can donate. Number of OH minus it can donate. And in case of base, there is no exception. There is no exception. Example, NaOH. What is NaOH N factor? Correct. N factor will be 1. It will donate only 1 OH. What is N factor of magnesium hydroxide? Correct. N factor will be 2. Now barium hydroxide, it will also be 2. N factor is 1. In this, N factor is 2. N factor is 2. How will you write down? It will be written as Na plus OH minus. And this will be cross multiply. This is 2, so charge will be Mg2 plus OH minus. And there are 2, so it is 2 OH minus. Barium hydroxide will be written as Ba2 plus OH minus, and there are 2 OH, so put 2 OH. Now third is for salts. Now salt is little bit difficult in comparison to acid and base. Salt is little bit difficult in comparison to acid and base. N factor is always positive. Remember this, N factor is always positive. If this is done, can I move to salt part? Okay. So in case of salt, N factor is number of or total charge of cation or anion. Cation or anion. But it will always be positive. Okay. Example, if I'll talk about NaCl. NaCl will split as NaCl will split as correct. It will split as Na plus Cl minus. So what will be N factor? What will be N factor? N factor is 1 because Na plus, so charge is 1 on Na plus, Cl minus also charge is 1. Next, Na2SO4. How you will split Na2SO4? How you will split Na2SO4? So Na will be plus and SO4 will be 2 minus. So Na plus SO4 2 minus cross multiply. Cross multiply. This is 1, so 1 will go, this will be 2. How many Na are there? How many sodium are there? 2, so multiply by 2. So what will be its N factor? So what will be its N factor? There is 2 positive charge or 2 negative charge. It's your wish whether you want to see positive part or negative part. Both are correct. So N factor will be equal to 2. N factor will be equal to 2. Now third, AlCl3. Tell me what is N factor of AlCl3? Good, Shobit, good. Everyone is giving the correct answer. Good, Ayan, good, Akshita. Good, Krishna. Good, Faisal. It will be Al3 plus, just cross multiply. And Cl will be 3Cl minus. So N factor will be equal to 3. Now copy this, then I'll give you few more salt and you'll just, N factor will be 3. After that, I'll give you few more salt, you'll try to write down their N factor. If this is done, can I proceed further? I hope everyone has done this. Okay, now I'll give you few salt. Try to calculate their N factor on your own. Try to calculate their N factor on your own. 4 salt I have written. Try to calculate their n factor. Good Krishna, good Ayan. All answers are correct. No Shobit, no. First one, how will you split? First one, how will you split? It will be K plus NO3 minus. It will be K plus NO3 minus. So what will be N factor? N factor is 1. In case of MgCO3, how will you split this? If you are having difficulty on plus and minus, class 9th, where you have written that you have learned how to write crisscross formula. In which class you have learned to write crisscross formula? In which class? 9th class, I think. Okay, in 7th, 8th class. Okay, that textbook you can once see. That textbook you can once see. So magnesium will be 2 plus. Carbonate is CO3 2 minus. So what will be N factor? N factor is 2. Now in this, just cross multiply by the charges. This is 2, this is 3. So it will be Mg 2 plus PO4 3 minus. How many magnesium is present? How many magnesium is present? 3. And phosphate present is 2. PO4 3 minus present is 2. Correct, good Krishna. All answers are correct. So this is 3 and this is 2. So what will be N factor? N factor is 6. In Al2SO4 thrice. In Al2SO4 thrice. Aluminium is 3 plus, just cross multiply 3 and this is 2. Plus SO4 2 minus. So this will be 2, this will be 3. So what is N factor? N factor is 6. So I hope N factor is clear. Now next is equivalent weight. So what is equivalent weight? Equivalent weight is molecular weight divided by N factor. Divided by N factor. If I ask you equivalent weight of H2SO4, so how will you calculate equivalent weight of H2SO4? Molecular weight of H2SO4 is 98 divided by N factor. What is N factor of H2SO4? What is N factor of H2SO4? N factor is 2. So equivalent weight is 98 grams. What is equivalent weight of NaOH? What is equivalent weight of NaOH? Equivalent weight of NaOH is molecular weight is 40 divided by 1, that is 40. That is 40. Sorry, this is 49. 98 divided by 2 is 49 class. Yes, that is 49. Copy this. When you are done with this, let me know. So we have written one formula of equivalent weight, that is molecular weight by N factor. Next is gram equivalent. Done, class? If this is done, can I proceed further? I'm giving you 1 minute time. Quickly copy this. I hope everyone has done this. I hope everyone has done this. Now next is gram equivalents. So gram equivalents is just like moles. Gram equivalents is just like moles. So gram equivalent is weight divided by equivalent weight. Weight in gram divided by equivalent weight. And what is moles? And what is moles? Weight in gram divided by molecular weight. Molecular weight or gram atomic weight or gram molecular weight means same. Molecular weight. How equivalent weight and molecular weight are related? So gram equivalent is weight in gram and equivalent weight is molecular weight upon n factor. So can I write molecular weight into n factor? So gram equivalent is equals to moles into n factor. Moles into n factor. Copy this. If this is done, let me know. Copy this. When you are done with this, let me know. Now remaining. So time is up. Remaining, we'll try to do normality derivation. We'll do on Monday. Okay. Now I'm giving you the homework. Now I'm giving you the homework. If this is done, let me know. Okay. So homework is, today I'll discuss exercise 2 part 1 complete. For today in doubt session, we'll discuss atomic structure. Exercise 2 part 1 complete. Okay, if any doubt is there in part 1, you can ask. In part 2, I'll discuss question 1 to 8. Okay. Monday, homework is atomic structure, exercise 2, part 2 remaining question. Question number 9 to 16 and DPP A3 we have discussed, DPP A4 of physical chemistry. Along with this, if any test paper doubt is also there, you can ask. So we'll discuss exercise 2 part 2 and DPP A4 of physical. Okay. And please class, do attempt the paper. Okay. And please, whatever your doubts is there, you can ask on Monday. And prepare for the test nicely. Magnesium phosphate is just cross multiply. So on magnesium charge is 2 plus, on phosphate charge will be PO4 3 minus. How many magnesiums are there? 3 magnesiums, so it will be 3. How many phosphate are there? 2. So it become 2. So n factor will be 3 into 2, 6 or 3 into 2, 6. Either you can take positive or you can take negative charge. Okay. Now with this, class is over. When you come for the doubt session, make sure homework you have done. We'll continue with concentration terms on Monday. Okay, thank you class. We'll meet in doubt session now. Thank you class.